Here we have one area where I built out a wood template, but I don't think that's going to last very long because I need to drill holes into the side of my car, and my pocket hole screws are not staying very tightly. I don't know what, but at least for now, I know that this is going to be kind of the base of the overall new build with extruded aluminum. And so I am going to cut out these pieces to get these set in there. And then it's not level, and where I am right now, where my storage unit is, it's not level. So my car's not level, so that might be a little bit of a challenge. So at least I'll make it level from front to back, and then I can figure out how deep of a piece I need to cut to just rest under here. And I may just leave this open. I'm kind of going at this not as organized and planned as I did my refrigerator build. I do have some builds that I went through and found from 2021 when I was initially going to do extruded aluminum and a different type of material. And so, yeah, I just kind of need to build it as I go and hope that I don't mess it up and waste extruded aluminum. So I'm going to get these two pieces cut and then maybe drill into these. I don't feel confident drilling it in directly to the hole, but I have felt in here, and this is all, it's open in there. So they probably like put cables in there and stuff. So I feel okay about drilling into there for the plus nuts or rib nuts. In my research of rib nuts and plus nuts, I have found out that rib nuts, they can spin if you put them on too tightly. And so then I found these different fasteners that are shaped like hex. They're called heavy duty twist resistant rivet nut. So I bought some of these to try them out and see how they might work. I've cut my two pieces, two 30-inch and the 31 3/4. And now I am going to connect it in two ways. I'm going to tap the end, and this is my third tap, not today, but I've broken two other taps. I need to just go a little more slowly, and this tap is a lot stronger. So we're just going to tap both ends of this, and I'm also going to put on corner brackets here to make it super sturdy. It's going in really well. I need one of those quick change bit holders for a drill. You don't want to double thread it. Get a whole bunch of aluminum coming out of there. See, and this is where I broke the other two bits, is because I want to just like pull the trigger and get it to go in there fast. I may have to manually tap it. I mean, I'm getting it to go in a couple more threads each time, but okay. Yeah, see? There we go. I do have a manual tap. Wow. That's ghetto. Okay, well, that does not want to come off. Here is my manual tap. I don't know what brand this is. Tap America. See, I don't want to have to do this manually. I'll be here all day. I don't know, maybe I need an impact drill. Impact driver. Somebody tried to tell me that my drill was a impact driver. And no, it's not. I know what I bought. But maybe I'll need to buy an impact one. It's kind of like the blowhole of a whale. These threads were probably deep enough. It goes in like butter, well, until I hit the non-thread. See, I don't want to do this the whole time. Man, I really didn't want to have to buy more tools already, but this is all in preparation for my van build. Kind of tools that I'll need, and because I have built a couple things already out of extruded aluminum, but my fridge module, which maybe I need to post that video. Let me know if you guys want to see how I made that fridge module. I didn't tap any holes. And then I just started looking at more extruded aluminum videos on YouTube and saw how easy it was. Okay, so now I'm going to do the other side and get this in the car. Now I'm going to drill some holes in each of these 30-inch bars, which will then screw into my newly tapped holes. So this is a jig. It costs me, I think, around $30 on 80/20's website. And it has a Tina, and it just slides in the track, and it should line up perfectly with a hole in the end there. So we're going to find out here shortly. And then these are nubs that help keep it in the T-slot. And it's got a line on it. That must be like the 1/2 inch mark. And then you take, what is this? This is 3/16 and tighten it down. Oh, wrong one. So that's the hole I'm going to drill into, and this is where I tighten it down. Make sure that's lined up. Good enough. I'm gonna put it in the vise. I'm gonna drill our hole. It's lined up. Oh, you know what? It's not that size, it's smaller. I keep thinking it's the 1/4 size. Okay, so this is the bolt that we will be sticking the, whatever this is called, through and screwing it in. So we need to make sure that the hole is the size of what this is, and this is 5/32. So if I use this one, which is, what is it? Yeah. 5/16, or no, 3/16. This will work fine because it goes inside of that hole. Is 5/32. So this one's an accurate size, but we're going to use this. All right, all the way through, not really over the garbage. Let's see if that is going to line up. But we will take our bolt and we're going to screw it in through that hole, the head through that hole. So we'll put our bolt in there like so. Line it up. Take our 5/32 wrench. You can't really tell, but it's turning. So let's put it, screw it in to our tapped hole. That's way easier than a pocket hole. Okay. Beautiful. I bought a jig off of Etsy and it was a piece of trash. It was a 3D printed jig. Don't do that. This is expensive. This is better to have. And there we have our corner. Then I'll put another corner bracket in here. I have screwed in the other piece, and I'm going to also use these corner brackets. So you want to load one side with your hardware and then shoot. Of course I did that. You want to preload with the hardware you can't put in. So let me unscrew this because I knew I should have put the two in there when I did the first one. So this is it's called a T-nut, but it's like a regular nut. It slides in the extruded aluminum with that nub on the bottom. Actually, I'm going to do my preloaded side. Did that just drop? Probably. So I just take it and I slide the T-nut in the T-slot. And then I can tighten it down. I'm not going to tighten it down all the way though. Then, with my other, so you want to make sure you line up your pre-drilled hole, right? Because it's going to go slide in there. Like so. Okay. And then because this end isn't capped, I can just slide my T-nut in there. The problem was my end was capped. So as I was saying, my end is not capped on this bar. So I can slide the T-nut in. And I'm just going to get that bolt lined up in there. Not all the way tightened down. And then take my T-nut here and kind of line it up with the hole. And then put the bolt in. It's kind of like slanted towards one side. Okay. Okay, that is super strong. So strong I can't even get this out. There we go. Alright, let's put this in the car. So maybe I won't be bolting it into the side here and just here. Because this is level, more level with it. And then I'll just put some end nubs pieces on the bottom here. And we are back. I bought a couple tools. The first one that is already awesome is a rigid mini blower. Way faster than sweeping. I am loving that. And then I also got this Milwaukee locking bit holder. It's for impact drivers, I think, but I am using it because I'm hoping that it'll work with tapping the extruded aluminum. And so as you can see here, this is not very long as compared to like another bit that's got, you know, this has a lot more squared off surface area than the bit tap, which is, the other one is like that too. So I'm hoping that this will really grip onto it, which is what it's supposed to do. And keep it in place. So let's see if I can tear this thing off. From what I understand, there are some ball bearings in there, and that is what grips the bits. But maybe I'll have the same problem since the flat surface area is not very long. So Okay, stick it down in there and pull that up. And now we will try to tap this. I did cut another 31.5-inch piece. I decided to make the back a total of square. It's a little, oh shoot. No, that's not working. Ugh. What do I do? Do I have to manually tap these? Now I gotta research how to, like, I need a bit that's for a drill, I guess. And this thing, I don't remember where I got this, but okay. I'm just going to stick it way down there and try slowly. Nope. Ugh. Okay, well that's wonderful. Guess I'm doing this manually for now till I figure something out. Okay, I have tapped holes in there and I've got my bolts in each end. So now I'm going to attach this square to go in the back of my car. I tapped a hole on the top here and on the side because I am going to put a little like 1-inch, 2-inch piece of extruded aluminum to level this piece out in the back. We want to make sure and put our T-nuts in right and preload. Turn that around. And this should slide in with those bolts in there. Beautiful. And of course, I need to preload my T-nuts. The nice things about the ball end driver here is that you can, it'll work at a 20-degree angle. Actually, I may need to do the squares first. The triangles. Doesn't want to catch. Let me stand this up. Having the actual jig from 80/20, it makes it just so simple and clean. You don't have to worry about lining it up, lining the hole up with the bolt. Oh, my knees. Okay, cannot nail down. I cannot nail my knees all the way. I have osteoarthritis. So I'm going to go do some physical therapy and get some injections. The hole on this triangle is not all the way cleared out. So these brackets are not actual 80/20, and you can see it's not a clean hole, and I didn't notice that. Needs to look like that. So hopefully I can file it down without taking it off. we go. So, yeah, I added this piece for more structure. It's gonna go under here like that. And then I'll need to level it and see, because there's this space under here, how long of a piece I need to make. And then I need to figure out the points where I'm going to drill into here. So, and I'll put a piece of rubber. I think I have some rubber somewhere in my storage unit to put under the 80/20, because it'll be an end, and I don't want it to scratch up the car. I measured the pieces for the ends of these, and I think I'm going to do it a little differently. I think it'll be fine if I just put it in here with these corner brackets, because I'm not sure that the holes are going to line up, and I don't want to tap these. So let's put in this side first, so it doesn't slide down on us. I think I got lucky on that one. I certainly got lucky on that one. Let's put in this side. Attaching the 80/20, the extruded aluminum, together can be kind of tedious, but it's very adjustable. Woo! I got lucky on that one too. Dang! Really? Wow. I did not expect either of those to happen. Figured that the T-nut would slide out. And I'm not going to tighten it down because I don't know how far in this will need to go. It might go all the way to the corner. All right. Really? Maybe I'll just put it all the way to the end and hope that that'll line up the way I need it to. I'm gonna do that. Just hope it needs to be right in the corner. All right. To find a rubber piece. Oh, look at that. All right, let's check it out. I mean, it's in the center good enough. Let's check the other side. Yeah. Okay, well, that's good enough. All right, now I'm gonna just have to, I don't have any of the right tools to drill into, to rivet nut into there. So I'll have to get that figured out. I just figured something out. I am gonna use the existing bolt. I'm gonna go to Home Depot and get some flat bar aluminum because I can cut it. Because I'll drill a hole that is going to fit the existing holes for the seats, And then I'll just need some washers because that's not quite level, and have a regular 1/4-20 in there with some extra washers to level it, and it'll be secured to my car. Oh, heck yeah, that's gonna work out beautifully. Then I don't have to drill anything into my car. And this is essentially gonna be how I anchor the whole build to my car. So it'll be anchored there. And then here, I'm gonna add things here to anchor to the tie down points in the car. Yes. I put some boards across over the wheel well because my bed needs to go over the wheel well, so I have as much space as possible. Man, my mattress is only 25 inches wide. So I just kind of eyeballed, I measured my new battery, my new Pecron battery, because it'll probably go under here. And then I cut 12-inch bars for each corner. And then tomorrow I'll cut the top, probably the same length, because I did shut the door there. So these ones don't go all the way underneath. And there's not, I don't know, there's not much more space. I know that I will have this bar is 31 3/4. So I'll just cut that and then see with 30 inches, because these bars are 30 inches. I'll just put it on top of here and shut the tailgate and see. And then tomorrow I'll go to Home Depot and get some aluminum flat bar to cut those. And then also a actual drill bit for tapping 1/4-20 holes in the ends of these extruded aluminum pieces. So we're coming along nicely. I'm so excited. I was kind of nervous to have to drill into the car, but I'm really glad that I you stand there and you stare and you stare and you stare and you look at things and you think about things, and then sometimes it just comes to you. So that's kind of how I'm rolling with this project. Actually, I have a long enough piece to test it now because I'm curious. So I marked off 30 inches, and I'll have to fix it once I shut the tailgate. Yeah, I need to match this line up right there, because this one goes all the way to the end. So that looks about matched up. And we have this piece. So it's going to be black. Well, so we can't really see it very well, but whatever. That's going to be just fine. There's the line. And even though that is dark, yeah, that clears the tailgate just fine. You cannot forget about the tailgate, because then you'll be screwed. And I really want to kind of keep all my pieces, the same length. I don't want to have a bunch of odd length pieces, because I'll be reusing these in my van build. So we'll see you tomorrow. Here is the latest on my storage organization. It's pretty much done, or at least I'm over it. This is my work area. These are the things that I carry with me in my car, my tools, and they are kind of my main tools. And I made this little thing. That's some water for Ace. Because I did have my seats under here, stored under here, but I just made that little thing. I'll probably move these water jugs, but I moved my seats up on the shelf. I haven't cleaned or organized that shelf. And then these are just like a bunch of empty bins. And one of these is actually going to be part of my toilet system that I have. And these right here, this is all my trial and error toilet setup. And there's the toilet I carry with me. This is my fridge module. I actually took off a couple of pieces last night that were the exact length that I needed. But I'm going to use this as a demo for kind of my Extruded 101 video I'm going to do. But I took off those pieces, and I'll show you what's going on This is extruded aluminum I ordered from T-Nuts. It's a little different than the bars I have from 80/20. They don't have the grooves here. These ones are going to be just flat. And then this back here, I mean, this is pretty much what's happening. So I'm actually going to be moving storage facilities when I get my van, because working with the slanted road, I mean, I've managed to make it happen okay. I see what you doing. What are you doing? Silly ghost. I've managed to make it happen. And Jimmy, I don't know. And Jim, I need you to give me your freaking address. I need you to email me. I'm going to email you, but you need to email me because I do have stuff to send you over to the UK. This is what has happened since we left off. I had this box built, but I needed to buy some plain aluminum bar, flat bar from Home Depot, and I did that. And I bolted it in. But then I also bought this super cheap, like, speaker box carpet from O'Reilly, and I just laid it in there. I did bolt it in there and then pushed it through the holes there. So this, last night I came up with this, and we'll take a look up there in a second. But this I'm going to be making a bracket for it to sit on, but up in that corner, because it has the 12 volt right here. Okay, and I don't want it to jam up against this bar. So I'm going to cut some diagonal pieces. That's going to be what I'm going to do tonight. So Jim, I had to buy myself my own bag, and I don't want to eat that other one also. So, or maybe I'll do a giveaway, okay, of a bag of taffy from Made in Utah. So this is what's happening up here. I was going to do like this whole like down and make it even across the floor, but I can fit stuff under here. So this is going to be a piece of wood. I'm going to get the thickest piece of wood I can get, and it's going to go along here for Mr. Ace, because this is going to be where Ace lays, sleeps, and rides. This is going to be his area. And then over there is going to be under my platform bed. Okay, and then I believe my new toilet system with the seat all the way pushed up is going to be right here, because I am a frequent visitor of the bathroom at night. So let me put these bars on and just show you what is happening. These are leftover bars from when I did my roof rack solar system, and if you want all black for the sun, I recommend getting the actual all black all the way through, because this one kind of died in the sun a little bit. You can tell. But anyway, I'm just going to reuse these pieces. I use this one for back here, because if I can help it, I don't want to cut anymore. And then that piece will work well for these two bars up there. And then the other piece is actually going to go like this to give it a little extra length for the Mr. Ace. So yeah, but I am going to work on this area right here. And then I have an idea for the bed. When I dismantled my car, I showed you guys this piece, and it's not going to quite work. I'm not going to like do all this crazy engineering, my kind of engineering, if you will, because I'm only going to be camping out of this car. It's June right now, almost mid-June, and I'm expecting to get my van. It'll probably be August, but I'm hoping in July, maybe the end of July. But based on timelines of other people and Nomadic Pride, who's been corresponding with me, maybe I'll get it in July. I don't know. We'll see. This is going to be a little bit different. I'm still going to have two pieces to extend, so that way when I get up at night, AC's going to be right here, you know, down there. And then I can push this forward and use my little bathroom area right there. That's what's happening, kind of, sort of, as I explained it super well right now. So I'm going to work on this battery system and hopefully not lose Mr. Ace. Huh, AC boy? He's my pretty boy. I'm doing this all because of you. Did you know that? Did you know that? All because of you. You, sir. So you better be a good rider in the car. Okay. Here we have part of the stand. See those two triangle corner brackets? I thought, well, I initially was going to cut 2 bars at a 45-degree angle for this side and then this side. But I was like, ooh, maybe it'll work. Let's look at the other side. No, I cut it bigger on purpose so that I could put in angled bars. And that'll be better anyway. I won't be holding on by these tiny little surface area of the corner brackets. This is my test piece because I found these 45-degree brackets on Amazon, and there are like a 6-inch, 9-inch, and 12-inch pre-drilled 45-degree angle bracket you can buy on 80/20 and other extruded aluminum sites, but these are 45-degree brackets, so that's what I'm going to use. I just need to cut 2 pieces, and they actually came in a pack of 8, so that's what we'll do. I cut a couple pieces, actually 3, because I cut the other one a little too short. So here's one. I already put that one there, and then I needed to cut this leg a little bit shorter, so I'm going to go ahead and install it. And I left the T-nut on this one, so just slide that, and then I need to preload this one with the T-nut. Okay, slide that back on, and then get it lined up. Sometimes you just kind of hope you're lined up. As I was saying, I wanted the supports to be here, but it's fine. It is fine. It's going to be plenty strong. Just tighten it down. I'm not putting any Loctite on this, and this is just temporary till I get my van. Okay, that is way better. And then I'm going to be building out a bracket from here. Or no, actually, maybe I'm just going to ratchet strap it down. Yeah, I'm going to do a cam strap and strap it around. I'm going to tighten it from this side. And this should be long enough that I can go all the way under. I'll have to loosen this. I don't want to. I need to find something just to... a long needle. I'm gonna look for something. Okay, I have a couple things, whatever the heck this thing is, to cut a hole, or this tiny little... I'm probably just shoving it. Oh, it's coming! It's coming! Okay. Here we go. Might need to get some... There it is. Okay, hopefully this is long enough. Oh yeah. This will be good. Okay. It's very heavy battery. Didn't want to wrap that around. Wrap this around. And I won't be able to use the Wi-Fi charger because there's going to be a piece of wood over the top of this. There we go. Okay. There we go. That's good enough. A very working workstation. I have two separate pieces for the bed, but I think rather than being able to collapse it like this from full extension, I am going to have one solid bar. So let me show you what we're probably going to do. Here we have the mattress, and I'm going to be putting a piece of wood over here. So the fridge is going to go on top of this side. And what I think I'll do, well, I'm going to try it, because if it doesn't work, then I have those collapsible pieces. Rather than worry about supporting those collapsible pieces under here, because I would like to keep it totally open for Ace, because as you can see, this is perfect timing, Ace. It's like I paid you to do that. It's going to be a little snug for him, possibly. But if I have it open underneath, then he can stretch out. So I'll do the same thing I did before and hook around the headrest posts, but I have other posts I made to remove the headrest because I can't really see the rear view mirror. But yeah, hook around. Are you a good boy? You are a very good boy. You can't come up over here. But he'll have more room once I put wood down here. It'll go to the door. And if I absolutely need to, I can store stuff underneath the bed. But I just thought to give him a nice amount of space. So I'm going to do a solid piece. 2 solid pieces. And this is the mark to where the piece is gonna end. I didn't feel like cutting the wood. And then the toilet is gonna go here. I have so many toilet things I need to do a video on. But that is getting returned because I'm not gonna use it. It's a little too big. I'll show you. I bought something different. But I measured this piece of wood. I did consider getting a Boxio, but this piece of wood would have been a good size for this area for the toilet. Let's go take a look at what's going to go, well, what I'm going to use. I'm not going to use this anymore, possibly. I don't know. Let's see. Here we have the new system. This was the latest one, and it worked okay, but I don't know why they cut it off so low right there. Like, stuff can still get down there. But I ordered this over a year ago from the UK, and I used it to trace the wood. But it cost me $60. But now you can get this on Amazon for $45, and they're doing such a good job now of having urine diverters, actual urine diverters. So this is from Boxio. Their toilet system is pretty inexpensive, but I can really customize my own setup. Anyway, so that'll be for the urine. This is going to be for the solid. And then I'll have a bag in there, bag it up, and then, if I use it in the middle of the night, if I need to do number 2, then I can close it and it'll be airtight. So that is the plan for that. And I was going to make the whole thing out of extruded aluminum, the box, but I have something else coming for that, and I hope it'll work. And this is just a look at the piece I cut out. So it'll fit, and once my new seat setup comes, I'm going to see how to go about all this. But anyway, that was a digression of how the toilet system is going to be. So I'm going to be cutting the longer pieces now, and then these are going to be part of what I'm going to clip on, and you'll just see. But there are these mini sectional sofa sleeper hooks, so I'm going to get cracking on those. My screws are too long, and I thought I could cut them with this, and I cannot. I thought that was going to be a good purchase for that, cutting metal. So right now, these are going to be on hold, but I did cut bigger holes for them because this is a number 10, a ½ inch. I need 3/8 of an inch. So let's look at what I've done. We have the mattress on top. Once it's pumped up, it's going to be a bit bigger, but I have it resting on 3 flat bars. from 80/20. One over on this corner, one here, and then this one. And this, I have a long carriage bolt sticking through it. And so what I need to do now is add underside here the hooks so that I can hook it to the headrest. So I'm going to add those. But what I'll do is at night, I'll take that off. You can see the flat bars. And I can slide it. I mean, if I'm in like a really private area, I'll just go outside. But if I'm around people, then I can do that. So there's plenty of room there. And then with that mattress, I'll just fold it in half and push it. So that'll give me plenty of room to use the restroom right there. I've added these, I don't know what they are, D-rings. You can actually just get them at Home Depot and they fit 1/4 20 bolts. So that is really great. And you could just use a carriage bolt as long as you can slide it in to tighten things down. So there's cheaper ways of doing things. But anyway, this is how I hooked my other bed. I just have a cam buckle strap and then sacrificed a hook from another strap. And here's I took the headrest off, and then these are some aluminum rods that I got off of Amazon. I measured what I might need to just put them in the headrest, and I cut them down with enough length to hook them. So let me hook them, and here we have it. So those go on the underside, and so they're not in the way, but I guess you could put them on the upper side. But anyway, you tighten them up to level it out, depending on what you need, how high I need to put it. And then when I need to adjust the seat for somebody to ride with me, I can unhook it and then take out the carriage bolt drop pin that I'm using and go from there. But this is just temporary while I am waiting for my van and to have more room for Mr. Ace. Next, I think will be to add the bar across here, and then it'll be to add wood. So I'll be doing some templates for the wood. Here is the back piece to my new bed platform, and it looks like a headboard. I spent a few trial and error times scribing out the back curve to get as much surface area. So this goes along the hatch, and we'll take a look where it goes. It's going to go on top of this, and what I've done is screwed in some holes all the way through, which is what I pointed out in my dismantling of my previous car build. I'm going to use some carriage bolts through the top of the wood and into these holes, and then probably screw it underneath with a wing nut. And then before I fully attach it, and the fridge is going to go on top of it, so it should be sturdy enough. And then I have this area that looks like the shape of Utah to scribe. It'll be easy, but all of this kind of stuff is going to be stored underneath. And I'm not going to worry about putting the board all the way out here, just to the extruded aluminum, and then figure out probably new bins for under here. So, and then the same thing with Ace's area. I'll just be doing the wood piece there, but it's going to be, I want to put it on a hinge, so we'll see how that goes. And then utilize some storage space underneath that piece, and hopefully not use any storage space on top. This piece is 50 inches wide and about just under 34 inches deep. So it slides nicely up to the door. So I'm going to line it up with this piece, so it won't be completely, there's a little gap, which is fine. I'm going to clamp it down and then hopefully get the holes drilled accurately. We're drilled out. These ones are a little bit close, but we're fine. This one right about here is too close to my battery to drill it while it's clamped on here, but yeah, I marked it out with a drill bit, so we'll see. But yeah, after I'm done with that hole, then I'll probably be staining this tomorrow just with a semi-gloss coat with the natural wood. I squared the curve so I can get as much space, and then this right here is going to be open so I can reach my fingers in, and I don't know what I'm going to do with this down here just yet. Am I going to leave it kind of loose to be able to get my jack and stuff? I don't know. But here we have a look at the top here, and this will probably be once it's pumped up, or like that. I'll have to pump it up fully. But my fridge will go over here. I decided I'm not going to put a top coat on this because I'm only going to be using this for a couple months, hopefully. So I'm not going to spend all that time doing that because I do like 3 and 4 coats, and I would do it on all the pieces. So I can always sand off the grubby looking areas. And I thought about maybe adding some more storage, but I can reach in there and grab stuff if I want, but I'll add that on a slide somehow. Or maybe I won't. I'm only going to be using this 2 months. Do I need to get that fancy? Just strap it down. I decided to go ahead and put a coat of, I don't know what it's called, polyurethane on this. I wasn't going to, but I just can't help myself. It'll just keep it cleaner. I can wipe it down. So that goes on the top back. And this one goes on the bottom where the battery is. And all of this stuff will fit underneath this type of recovery gear. And I'm not going to secure the board down because it's going to have stuff on top of it, but let me put that in now. I had to take off the bar across here to fit it, and then once the bar is back on, I'll just lift it to get at the recovery items. And then this piece here is for Ace. I kind of gave up on the tracing, and I initially traced it, and then I just cut a big square out, but I'm worried his paw is going to get in there. So I'm thinking about getting a new board. And then I actually changed, I think I'm going to go with these. These are like what sectional sleeper sofas use. And then there's one on these sides. And then I still have the bars here for it to rest on. So I'm probably just going to stick with these for now. It's a little wobbly, but I just have to make sure I get on in the middle. And I have it attached up there. This is a look at what I carried in the back of my car, and then this was under the bed. But this sucker definitely has to be downsized because I need to fit it in all of these containers that fit underneath the back of the bed platform and fridge. And then I will be utilizing the space under here. I don't know what for, but I really have to downsize this. So that is the project, just to pick out what I need. But I like to be overly prepared, you know, like that's an emergency radio, but I really don't even use, maybe I use a quarter of this stuff. I don't know. And then this is just like food and cooking containers and stuff. So this is what we're gonna be leaving over. Just a bunch of like extra things like mosquito repellent. That whole thing back there is fire starter. So what we have is a fan, since it's hot, a cooling towel, game, binoculars, bear spray, water filter, knife, silky saw, knife sharpener, this towel. I really probably don't need all of these. We're not going to take the grasshopper. It jumped in there. This is my carbon monoxide detector. It's awesome. I like it better than the typical ones you see on YouTube. some bug spray. I also have a thermocell. This one, I couldn't ever get it to work since I bought it, so you haven't ever seen me using a thermocell, but I have another one. These are window screens that I made. This is a scrub-a-dub thing to wash laundry in. And then this is a little clothesline. And this I bought to help with cleaning, so maybe I'll have to try all that out. Probably actually for my review channel. I will bring this, and then this will be my fire starting stuff. And then over here, that is all I left there. This container will be for pans and utensils and my seasoning, and then I'll have this for food. I'm not planning on being out for weeks and weeks at a time, so that will be fine. For my food, I'll need to get some more, and then I have my fridge. And while we're speaking of my fridge, let me show you something pretty ingenious, if I do say so myself. Here we have my fridge, and this particular model of IceCo, the Go 20, does not have any tie-down points. I do have the cover for it that has tie-down points, but they're up here and they're still going to pull up the zipper. Anyway, so this is screwed down, this extruded aluminum square, and I figured I was just going to attach the fridge somehow to it. I actually had these for a tarp before I got my roof awning. I used them once. They're suction cups you can stick to a window or your car and then clip it. So I'm just using those, and it's really easy. I have another one on the other side. So I just suction it cup on there. And it is very, very sturdy between that side and the other side. So pretty smart. I was like, how am I going to strap this down? I didn't want to drill into the fridge. But voila, that is how I did it. There's our under the back storage. And I was going to put a bar across there, but I don't need to because the wood for Ace is going to go here and extruded aluminum is. So some things, I didn't want to put the food up close to where he can dig into it. And this is just for a couple months, but I'm very pleased with this build. Need to do a little more vacuuming, and I got my lights working, plugged them in, and they work. So this new battery is going to be a little bit different of a beast. There's only one 12-volt cigarette lighter plug. I wish there was, at least two. Come on now. I know people don't use them anymore, but I use them for certain things, and one of which is my lights. But I plugged this thing into it. It's a little extender, and it works well. So just a little bit more to do, and we'll be going camping soon. The car is pretty much done, and we're gonna do a test to see how well Ace fits in there. Let me get everything turned on and unlocked. Here's a look inside. Go ahead, AC. And no, get back here. Hey, back here. So that's where Ace will travel. I think I'm just gonna shove something in here. I wish I would have cut that better. I could even take this piece down for when we travel so we can have a little bit more room. I don't really have anywhere to put it, but yeah. I'm gonna open the back and see what he looks like. Stay there, Bubbas. What do you think? This is where we're gonna camp. That's a pretty good amount of space for him. Can you sit? Sit down. Good boy. What a good boy. This is our camping car. He's our camper, AC. Come on, Bubbas. Come on. Are you a good boy? Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. Even though I haven't gone to the vet and gotten him meds, I am super, super excited about this build. So excited to try it out.